Did you know that on any given day you make about 35,000 decisions? No wonder you feel mentally exhausted by the end of the day. All of us do, because that's how the human brain works, and it's called decision fatigue. My goal for this video is to help you master the art of managing decision fatigue. I have 3 solid tips to help you get there. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's chat. Welcome to the Unapologetically Authentic Leadership channel. I'm Brooke Bernard, your transformational leadership coach. This space is all about empowering high-achieving women in leadership to be their authentic selves. And in case you're new here, my goal is to empower you to reach your full potential by being who you are, not who you're expected to be. And I believe that we all deserve access to professional development, so linked in the description box below, you will find the free mini course that I offer, which is called 4 Powerful Shifts to Elevate Your Leadership and Feel More You at Work. It'll help you build your leadership skills and increase your confidence. Enjoy. As leaders, we make so many decisions every day. From the really small things that seem relatively insignificant to the really big things that can be so intensely stressful because of their level of importance. And we need to be able to put our best foot forward, to use our best judgment, to be fully mentally present for those big, important decisions, as well as for those moments when we are connecting with our direct reports and our colleagues and our leadership. We want to be able to be a good thought partner. We want to be able to listen and give our full attention so that we can help people who are coming to us to process things so they can make the best decision they can. But we need to be fully present. And sometimes that can be really hard because of how mentally exhausted we are feeling. We all have those moments where we feel overwhelmed by the number of choices in front of us. The easiest example I can think of is imagine you are at a restaurant with a big menu and it's filled to the brim with options. And the waiter comes over to ask what you would like to order. And you are staring at that thing thinking, I am on overload. I know I'm hungry, but I just don't know what to pick. And in those moments, you probably have warring voices in your head between the one that's telling you, order the healthy thing on the menu, and the other one that feels exhausted and just wants carbs. We've all been there. And that's what happens when you make over 35,000 decisions every day. Decision fatigue is a psychological phenomenon where the quality of our decisions deteriorates after making many choices in a short period of time. And for most of us, that would be a typical workday. So it occurs when your brain becomes overwhelmed and exhausted, which leads to poor choices, like that yummy thing on the menu. It also leads to the avoidance of choices or impulsive decisions. In simpler terms, the more decisions you have to make, the harder it becomes to make good ones, especially as the day goes on. This is what leads to skipping the gym after work or late night snacking. We've all been there, so you are definitely not alone. And it's good to know that mental fatigue can take a toll on our mental well-being, especially as women. Most women have increased responsibilities because of the multiple roles that we hold, which leads to a higher number of decisions that we have to make a day. And this creates additional areas of stress for us. And of course, layers of complexity in our decision making, which again, contributes to decision fatigue. And then there's something called the mental load. The concept of mental load refers to the effort involved in executing our daily responsibilities. And for some, that means running a household. For others, that means showing up for an elderly parent that needs you to be their caretaker. And yet for others, that means going to do a second job after your first day of work is done. And so others go and sit on boards or volunteer places And for others, it's having a super active social life that requires you to be out and about and plan things for other people and engage. And sometimes it's just about taking care of your own personal business, scheduling your doctor visits, paying bills, showing up to do all those grown-up adulting things. So there really is an impact on our well-being. Decision fatigue leads to feelings of overwhelm and anxiety, which can affect our mental, emotional, and physical health. And the cumulative effect of poor decision making or indecisiveness can also lead us to have feelings of guilt or inadequacy. And then as women, we face the challenge of trying to balance our professional world with our personal life. Decision fatigue can make it difficult to navigate all of these things that we value effectively and in a way that is truly in line with our values. And part of mastering the art of managing decision fatigue is about mitigating its effects. And the best ways to do that are to simplify your choices, delegate responsibilities, and prioritize your self-care. Managing your decision fatigue is critical to maintaining your productivity and your mental well-being. So tip number 1 is creating daily routines to minimize the need for decisions. By automating certain parts of your life, you will free up precious mental energy that you can use towards more important decisions. Now, what does it mean to automate parts of your day? This can be meal prepping, scheduling your workouts, clothing choices, or one of my favorites, having your groceries delivered. Because the less you have to think about mundane, everyday choices, the more cognitive resources you'll have available for significant matters. And next is prioritize and limit choices. Focus on the most important decisions and limit the number of choices that you present yourself. For example, if you're deciding on what meals to make for the week, narrow it down to a few go-to options instead of planning to try new recipes every night of the week. This reduces the cognitive load and helps you make quicker, more efficient decisions that are ultimately in line with your goals. So think about, what are your top 3 healthy go-to meals that you could prep that would get you through the week? Maybe you eat each of them twice. I can tell you that breakfast for me is the same thing every day. Not only do I love it, but again, it meets my nutritional goals, makes me feel good as I'm starting my day, and gets me through to lunch. And then I don't have to use any energy deciding what to make for breakfast. And third, set decision deadlines. Give yourself a specific time frame to make decisions, especially for those that aren't critical. This can help prevent overthinking and analysis paralysis. By committing to a deadline, you can encourage yourself to evaluate all of your options efficiently and move forward with confidence. And we love that. So going back to earlier when I mentioned the whole clothing choices thing, I'm sure some of you cringed, because if you're like me and you love fashion and you love your clothing, the idea of having one standardized outfit that you wear to work probably just makes you die a little inside. However, I just want to say Steve Jobs was known for his look. Very simple, very streamlined wardrobe of his signature black turtleneck, jeans, and sneakers. And the reason he did this was because he wanted to minimize the amount of trivial decisions, like standing in front of your closet and trying to think about what you want to wear. So he eliminated that, allowing him to conserve his mental energy for more significant matters, like helping to develop Apple into the company that we all know. And for you, maybe it's not clothing choices. Maybe you're going to be like me and pick signing up for Instacart and getting your groceries delivered every week. Or maybe it's going to be eating the same breakfast, or maybe it's going to be working out at the same time every day. Whatever it happens to be, try to think of moments in your daily life that you can automate. And I promise you, It will help so much. And then you will have the energy you need to make good decisions, especially for the matters that matter most to you. And if you've had some experience with automating your days and minimizing and mastering decision fatigue, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear how it's going for you and any options for automation that you can recommend to the rest of our community. I think that mastering the art of managing decision fatigue is something that adds to the quality of our lives in ways that you don't fully understand until you try it. Because ask yourself this: what if you could make every decision in your day as your best self at full capacity? What would that look like? How would that change your behaviors as you move through the day? How would that change the way that you interact with people, your level of patience, your level of attentiveness, the ability to keep the promises to yourself that you are making about eating healthy or paying those bills when you get home or going to the gym or going to bed on time? How would you be able to increase the quality of those decisions? How would you be able to then live more in alignment with your values? I challenge you to think about what a difference that would make, and then to find the areas of your life where you can remove some of that cognitive effort, where you can reduce the mental load, where you can conserve that precious mental energy. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you found the video helpful, please like it and share it so more people can see it. And if you think that you're interested in working with me as a private coach, then head to my website and learn more about how we can connect. And until next time, stay true to yourself, lead with purpose. And thank you for watching.